Hello! This video is to review some of the changes on applying payments in CMS. It's going to be a good overview whether you've been to this section before. We've made a lot of pretty cool changes all based on customer feedback, so I think you'll like what you see here. If you've never been to this screen before, you'll get a lot out of this too. So the idea here is making it easier to create payments or apply payments to existing orders. So to access this part of the program, you come to Orders and Payments and Apply Payments. The Apply Payments screen will come up here and allow you to access customer account information from a number of sources. One, you can just type in the invoice number if you've got this radio button set, and I'll just pull one up here in my bag of tricks so you could see it. When I pull up an invoice number, by invoice number, not only does it pull up the invoice number down here in Market, but it looks at that customer's record and populates the screen with all the other outstanding invoices that they may have. This is so you can apply that payment to the most outstanding invoice if you'd like, or you can apply it just specifically to that particular invoice if you like. Anyway, so don't be alarmed there if you see more than one invoice show up. It's just alerting you this customer has more open invoices than just that one. You can also pull a customer up by their customer number or by searching for them too. So I got one here loaded I wanted to show you. So this, of course, is all sample data. But in this case, I wanted to show you this because I have a lot of open invoices, and it explains some of the new features we have pretty easily. What you're seeing here is the screen layout has changed quite a bit. And so what you're going to see here, I'm going to look at it over here on the right-hand side. You can see the sum total balance of all the orders outstanding, which is I don't think we had before. You could see if they have credit on file, which you can use that credit first instead of playing payments. You can also see their credit limits if you've set that in the customer record, and also the terms they may be allowed to have based on your credit policy there in your company. And so you'll also see this hasn't really changed. There's a few little added features in here. We've added the terms to this listing so you could see if they do have a net 210 or some other service, term service you've provided, you can actually take advantage of it by just checking the box and say, I want to apply the term discount to this invoice. When you go apply the payments, it'll automatically deduct that, and you should see that show up in the reporting now. And so it's a matter of whether you use it or not, but that's a new feature. We've also added the ability here to sort by each of these sections. So if I want to sort by invoice, I can do it in ascending or descending order. Same with the fulfillment dates. So I can look at the most outstanding by date. I can also sort by balances outstanding, or the terms, or the balance out here too. So anyway, all of these tabs now sort and desort, or ascending and descending sorts. By default, CMS will load, with the most outstanding out here. And so we've had requests from people to actually be able to do that. Another trick thing that used to be able to just double click, or used to see the view invoice down here, we've moved that over here now. So whichever record you have highlighted, if you look at this glasses here, search window, it'll take you right to the invoice in case you wanted to review it or look at it, or who knows what. Another request, but in early rollout, people are missing this, so I just wanted to point that out. Okay, so let me just post this payment up here on this particular one. We've got multiple invoices in here. You can, of course, post them one by one like you normally do. If you wanted to use the credit out here extending, you would choose script out here, and it'll tell you what the credit balance is when you do that, and you can choose to post as much credit here as you may want to. I'm going to take this term discount off of here, and so here's the balance. If I put in, let's put in $100 of credit just for example, and you'll see an unapplied amount up here. Just like we used to do, if you double click on the bar, you'll see that it'll apply and set the balance to 0. And so you can just double click apply the payment, you'll see the what's been applied in the balance go to 0, and you'll see this unapplied amount start dropping. So I'm just going to go down the line and post this all up until I hit 0. And in this case, I've hit the 18 and I still have a little bit of a balance due on that invoice, but that's okay here. So for this example, so now I'm going to hit save, and it's going to save those payments, those script payments to those 4 invoices. And of course, you'll see the screen update, and those ones should drop off the list that haven't been applied. Next, you'll see the credit update, and you'll see the balances and all of that. So I want to show a couple other new features we've done here. Say, like most of our customers who are doing business to business, I might get a check for $1,000. Let's say $400 in this case, and I want to apply that payment across multiple invoices. Of course, we used to have to just double click on this to apply it, and we would go down the list. I want to show you a couple features we've added. If you start at the top of the list here and you right click, you can select all the open invoices just like that. And then if you hit this button over here called apply to selected, it'll apply this $400 right down the list until it runs out of money. Here we go. Apply to the selected invoices. I hit OK. I could see that application right down the list, and in fact it doesn't have quite enough to take down that whole invoice, so it's going to leave a balance. But it's going to take this $400, go bang 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 bang. I hit the save button, and it's going to apply to all those payments. So if you've got a lot of payments to apply, we have a couple customers who have literally hundreds if not thousands of invoices to apply. So we've added this feature there in hopes of helping them quickly and easily apply large payments to large groups of invoices all at once. Of course, we talked about the term discounts in there too. You can also too, let's post up a couple others. I just want to show you. Have another check. Let's put in $100. I can also choose to leapfrog invoices and apply the amount I want to. Now, I just, by double clicking, it applied the balance, but if I only wanted to put $50 on that invoice instead, you would see that it would only apply that. So that's another new feature of being able to distribute the amount of money that you want on each invoice manually as we go down this list. So another example of an addition that we've done. Of course, you can do the double click like we talked about before. Double click. Let me find an invoice. See, I just paid that one off, and I'm going to save that invoice or save that payment, and it should apply to the places it needed to apply and update the invoices, the customer record, all that stuff. So hopefully that'll be helpful to you. If you have any questions or want to review this, I'll be happy to go through it with you. Another part before I leave here that quickly to review is not only applying payments but editing a payment. Before I leave here, let's review that. So the payment maintenance windows allow me to look up customers and their history. So for instance, if I wanted to look up a specific customer, let's look up the same guys. It's going to load what payments we've applied in this window. So you can see some of the ones we just applied here. And if I wanted to edit that payment or review it, editing the payment will take me back to the payment applied window, and I actually can redistribute this payment. That used to be a little sticky in past versions, so we've gone to great lengths to update that. And it does work pretty good. So if I needed to redistribute this $400 payment, I could just click in here and reapply it to the invoices that I need to apply it to, and save it, and it should update everybody and everything. And again, customer feedback allowed us to make some improvements to this. Okay, that's enough for right now. If you have any other questions, give us a call. Again, I appreciate your watching our video, and if there's anything we can help you with, just let us know.